Hello, happy Tuesday, everyone. I am having a little tired, lazy day, and we're just gonna be painting some of the bugs. Yes, we are going to be painting a little caterpie, a weedle, and a venonat if we have time. What I am cautious about is my little box of rocks are starting to get smaller, so I'm gonna have to really think about how we're painting them. These are the ones we've previously done. A little Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle. I think the more I stare at them, the more I'm like, I really like you guys. And I will be adding to my Pebble Pokédex with a couple of new entries today. Let's get started. Okay, I'm just gonna move these guys up. And right, I think I'll use this pebble, and we are trying to give myself the best kind of room. Okay, I am going for caterpie. What way do we think this rock should go? Up this way? Okay, I think up this way. Yeah, I'm gonna shift these little guys. We'll keep Bulbasaur in at the minute to keep us company. Okay, he has some antennas. Right, let's just get the shape. This little pebble has a lot more kind of dents and scrapes and stuff in it than the previous ones, so I'm just gonna have to go around that. But let's just try and work out where Caterpie's shape is. Okay, I feel like the antennas are a good place to kind of work out, give us the feel of them. I feel like this guy is gonna be the whole size of this pebble. Okay. Yeah, so like if this antenna is gonna come round slightly, so this will be the edge of this antenna side. So I feel like it's gonna come in this way. And then we are going down. How is everyone today on this Tuesday? Did everyone have a good weekend? I've been like so sleepy and like exhausted. I think the medication from last week is starting to kick in, which kind of is like just the pattern that will go for the next 6 months, and I will feel like my whole body is turning to cement, and then I'll get better, hopefully. Okay, the antenna is up here. Right, this I feel like we're getting somewhere, but it's not as longer than we actually think it is. It's like up here. Yeah. Did you know, like this, it's like actually like a stinky little antenna. Like he releases like a stench for the enemy. So it's like, as much as it's a cute little antenna, it's pretty stinky. Okay. Right, we need to work out where his head is. His head kind of creeps up, and the fact that this pebble is a lot smaller than the previous ones is I need to get some more big pebbles. Just now we are working on some small ones. I feel like his head shape is all wrong already. But why is that? Why? Right, we'll give him a little bit of a nose. I feel like this is the way it goes. It's like the sketch is like a little bit terrifying and never truly looks like what we're doing, and then it isn't until the very end that we're like, okay, this looks like a caterpie. But we are going through our little bugs. We're gonna do the non-poisonous one first, and then work our way to the poisonous ones. Okay. We'll see if he can do any good for us. Right. His little nose thing is kind of going round, and then it has this. I feel like something, maybe I shouldn't have started with the antenna. I was like trying to get my placing in my shape, but now I'm very confused because his eye is like up here. His eye's past the antenna. Oh, and we're going on to this little cracky spot. Maybe I should have started with the eye. A little caterpie. I like a wee caterpie. I'm actually quite happy to be doing this because I love a bunch of bugs. Like, I love going into my garden and looking at all the bugs. Like, some of like the happiest memories I have had is like watching a bug. Well, it wasn't, but yeah, it was bugs. There was a slug trying to get this little worm thing, and then out of nowhere, like it was at like nighttime, and I could just see it like through the crack in the light of the door. And this slug was trying to get a wee worm, and then the next minute, like out of nowhere, this kind of big beetle bug thing came out of like the cracks in the stones and just like ran in, grabbed the worm, and bailed away. It's like, this is my worm, and the poor slug had no idea what just happened. That's like one of my favourite things I've witnessed in my garden. Okay, caterpie. Pika Pika, welcome! I know, but the sketches always kind of end up like a little bit terrifying. And I'm like, they'll work out. They will work out somehow. I feel like I should have started with his eye to give us like the placing, because now the antenna is like not really where I want it to be. Oh well. When we add some colour, it'll maybe change form again. Okay, this is like his little inside bit. I'm also a little bit terrified because I have to use up pretty much this entire pebble. I feel like I've started it too big already. And it's wee suckers. Yeah, this is looking very, very interesting already. Yes, it's got like little feet. It's got wee feet here. I blame the size of the pebble. Like, we are working on, like, if you look at the size difference between this guy and this guy, I mean, it probably doesn't look that much of a difference, but they actually, it really is, because like if I put it on top, like you can see how much like wider and bigger it is. But we will work with what we got, and at the minute we are working on small pebbles. Okay, his little feet is here. What I don't have, and what I probably should look out, is like a pencil rubber. I'm not sold. I'm trying to work out. It's like, I feel like it's such, technically it should be an easy shape, because it's just like round circles, but it's trying to work out on this pebble where these little round suckers go. I also think I've made him, I think you've made him quite a squishy caterpie. Like, I think he is gonna look very squishy at the end of this. Okay, we can get another little body bit here. And he's got some other little feet. Right, there's one. So he's got like four little suction feet. And there's two. Okay, and this is... We also have to add in, because there's going to be circle detail on him. Oh, I think I've gave him a really big head. And did not think... Guys, this is my problem all the time. I do not think of the placing. Because now his tail is like around the back of the pebble. God, I think I made him too big. I think I might have made him too big. Oh well, we will go with it and see how it turns out. There's no point fearing the creation. There is only embracing it and seeing where it turns out. Because as I said, guys, we can always, as much as these will be the original ones registered to the Pokédex, if we have to, come back to them in the next few months and be like, this one looked a little bit funky. Because I feel like this is the first one that is going right round the back, and I kind of want to try and raise his tail up a bit to bring it around this side, so that we can at least maybe see this little back tail bit up here. Okay, and then it goes like up here. Okay, I have to be aware of this for the next ones, because I feel like the pebbles just get smaller and smaller from here on out. It's kind of got like, we have to give it these little body roll bits. Little, I don't know, it's not like scales, like the little divided bit in its body. I don't know what they're called. Don't know what they're called on bugs. Like I was saying this earlier, like I really really like bugs. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I'm like so fascinated with like there's this tiny little world going on for them. I'm like, oh, what are you like? If I see a bug in my garden, my first thing is like, let's take a picture of it and let's like Google Lens it and see if we can find out what kind of bug it is. I think I played too much Grounded. I think maybe that's my problem. I'm like, oh, what is this? It's like a little weevil or some kind of beetle. A wee green shield beetle. I like those ones. Okay, this is, where is his body and his tail? So I want to line up these somehow. Right, I think I'm gonna just start adding some color. And we'll take it from there. Because I need to just start adding some color in. I have to give my paints a sugar, or we found out last time like they actually turn out quite watery if they've been sitting for a while. Like the Squirtle, I'm like, why is this a completely different colour from what I expected? Okay, the Caterpie. Right, this is the moment of... Do I feel it? I don't really feel it, but I'm going for it as if I do. Right. Yeah, like his antenna's actually not as big as it kinda is, but it kinda isn't. Like there's more kind of head around this side. Okay. Okie doke. We will keep going. And see. All we can do is have a little bit of faith that it will look somewhat like this guy. So I mean, like I've had all of these feelings with like everyone that we've done, and by the end of it I'm like, oh, I really like this. This is like my new favorite. Let's see if the little bugs will also follow suit. Has anyone checked out the new video that dropped on Saturday for the Pokemon Go cards, the Squirtle pin unboxing? I know what I really enjoyed opening that box. I loved the little pin. It was so cute, and I've got it stuck on my hat for all other explorations, but it was, I really enjoyed it. The bits that you guys don't get to see was actually how cold it was when I was out filming that, and how many times the box blew over. The magic of editing. Am I using the right green? I am using the right green. I only have 18 colours, so like everything is like the same kind of tones, but we'll stick to see what we can achieve with 18 colours. Can we do a full Pokédex? I mean, the pencils don't count. Run Disney, hello, welcome, happy Tuesday, how are you? Enjoyed the outdoor pack opening? Yeah, I did as well. Like I had fun doing it. It was like such a nice place. It was filmed in the place, the Kelburn place that I've also done a Pokemon Go video in. It was filmed on one of the benches in there. It's a nice place to go visit. It's got loads of little like sitting areas, picnic benches, and I'm like, oh, this is a good view. There was like a nice bench that I filmed a bunch of shorts on, like a bunch of outdoor opening shorts. But they've since decided to like demolish the woodland area and like build houses on it, so that is no longer available, which is such a shame. It was a very nice walk, woodland type fields, and now like it's been up for sale for like a few years, and it was like one of those hopes that you just hope no one would buy it, but they have, and they immediately like blocked off the entrances and are like, right, we're gonna dig all of this up. Okay, Caterpie has the yellow bit around the eye before it's just like quite black, so maybe try and sketch a little bit of an inner circle here so that I know where the black is gonna go. Right, yellow, what yellow? I feel like maybe it's lighter yellow. You want to see the Squirtle? This is our wee Squirtle one. It's got like a little gold tint, because I didn't have a colour, so I was like really working hard. Like I was getting so stressed out with like the colours of his shell. One, I didn't think I had a brown, and then found it down the side of the box, and like this bit is like the gold that I've had to like try and dull down with some coloured pencils. So like if anyone's joining in that hasn't seen the ones that we've already done, this is our wee Gen 1 starter collection. Our Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander. I'm on a mission to create a Pebble Pokédex, because why not? And we're starting easy with like a few Gen 1 easy types. Well, I say that, and then they like stress me out. Like this Caterpie, I'm like, oh yeah, it's simple, look at it, but it's actually really not. I'm also like feeling a little bit on the tireder side today, which is why there's no camera, so I apologize for that, guys. But maybe I feel like sometimes you guys all know what my face looks like. I'm all over my channel, and if you're new, like brand new, and don't know what I look like, my face is literally in every single video. I think this is the first. Oh no, I lied. My very first one that is unboxing my Snorlax mat, like this guy. Have to cover it up so I don't cover it in paint. That didn't have my face in it, but everything else since has. But this is just allowing me to do my thing. Aww, it's too sweet. Yeah, no, I've been feeling pretty tired. I'm also, and it's only like, the tiredness is only gonna get worse over the next, I think last year, so like I'm on like a 2-year medication cycle thing that like last year you take like tablets for a week, and then a month later you take tablets for another week, and like they kill out like half of your immune system. So like in that when like that's all getting like killed off, like I just imagine like there's like little cells running about with AKs in my body. I start to get really tired, and I think like last week just like this kind of stress, like even though like it's completely fine, like taking it's just like a bunch of wee tablets, there's no issue. I get myself so worked about it that like last week I was just like emotionally drained. So yeah, I'd done it last year, and it wasn't until probably about August, so like I'd done it in January, February last year, and it wasn't until about August that I started feeling better. And then this year I'm doing February, March, which will probably be like September before I start feeling normal again. And I'm just like, I'm trying to like work out, okay, where are my limits? Because I think my problem was like, you guys have been with me for like the past few months on the channel, and I've been out doing loads of exploring for like my Pokemon Go videos, and I was like in such a good place, just like mentally, like where I was at and what I wanted to do, and it just kind of comes in and like railroads everything, but not like, I feel like it's more like a mental railroad than it like stops me dead in my tracks, and I get scared and I'm like, oh no, what if I can't do this anymore? What if it's all going to be too much? And then it's that fear that then just like sends me into spiral, and I'm waffling. So I'm just trying to take it easy, still do what I want to do, but take it easy. And like this, like I wanted to come on and added some more pebbles to my Pokédex. I'm like, okay, we'll just have a little bit easier of a night. But anyway, that is my ramble of life. So I am pushing through, onwards and upwards, keeping going, keeping my chin up, keeping going, trying to remain positive, because that's all we can do. You guys are like, we came here for painting, shut up, man. Nah, I want to be like open with you guys, because you never know, like someone else might be going through something similar, and it's just like you're not alone with whatever people are dealing with out there. Like, you're not alone. Okay, it is getting his wee antenna in. See, the fact now that we're putting some colour, or now that we are giving him a little bit of colour, I'm like, I feel like maybe I keep smudging in some green up here. Not on purpose. Right. Thanks, Run Disney. I really appreciate that. Like, that's what, like, I want. I know, like, you guys have just been hanging out for, like, a couple of months and stuff, but, like, I appreciate, like, everyone that stops by week in, week out, has a chat, sees whatever I'm up to, if it's like TCG, if it's like Pocket, if it's card sorting, if it's opening cards. Oh, talking about card sorting, I really want to, and I have to, because now that I've got things organized and we've opened some more packs, start working on sorting my Pokemon Go binder. Because we've like sorted out all of the Stellar Crown, and I've not opened any more Stellar Crown packs since that night, the night that we like opened 2 of them and actually managed to get like the craziest, that like get that Wooloo, like the reverse holo Wooloo. And I'm like, we're never getting anything from these packs, and we did. We got 2 cards that we needed, and I am taking those 2 cards over absolutely anything for a Stellar Crown. Like 1 card from a Stellar Crown pack I am absolutely happy with. So to get like 2 cards that we could add into our binder. But now that that's all sorted, and I'm really liking the Pokemon Go. Like, for my Pokemon Go players, like, are you guys interested in the Pokemon Go cards? Is it something you've looked at? Okay, this little black bit is done. Right, this is when like we start losing some of his shape, because like all the colors just like merge in together. To give his head a little bit bigger. And I have to like remember, okay, this shape here is his nose. Because everything just ends up turning green. And it's just like a big green blob. You've only been into the TCG Pocket. I mean, that's like, see, to be honest, Disney, that's all you need. Like, I feel like that's a great introduction. The cards themselves they're fun, but it's like you end up spending a lot on them. Like, especially like if you start collecting sets and master sets, or looking for like the illustration rares. Like, it's, whereas TCG Pocket, I feel like you don't have to spend. I'm a free to play player on everything, like on Pokemon Go, TCG Pocket. I'm like, I will not. Tapu, welcome, hello. I am busy creating my Pebble decks. I've got a goal to register all Pokemon to the Pebble decks. So you guys know what will be getting live streamed for the next 150 years. I still need some from Genetic Apex, which they're no longer, you can't get the packs. And Mythic Light, like, I don't think I've completed any of the sets. Like, I don't sometimes, like, in the beginning I didn't quite, and you guys can go back and laugh at all the live streams, like, I just didn't understand. And I didn't understand, like, when there was like the pack points, and I was just like buying like random cards, like, oh, this one, and not like, I wonder how many people use it as like a collection, or how many people use it as like the battle of, I have to get these specific meta deck cards. Because in the beginning I was just treating it as like a collection. Without realizing like, oh, there's like certain cards that I should be like maybe like saving up for, like especially trainers. I went months not having like good enough trainer cards because I just either didn't pull them or didn't think to like use my pack points for them. I'm like, what do I need these for? I'm kind of taking a little bit of a break, like, at the minute from TCG Pocket. I was gonna do some tonight, but I think the event finished today. Like, I think I grinded so hard on it and was like, we'll try and get all the emblems and everything, that now I'm like, okay, I get it. It's all just kind of like the same. New deck comes out, new meta decks get available, that's what you're chasing, that's what everyone ends up playing with. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I loved winning. But I said this like last stream. When I come on and do live, like, I have such a different mental capacity when I'm doing like painting. I feel like really calm and relaxed. But and even more so tonight that there's actually not a camera. And it's funny because I'm like actually still talking like there is like a camera. Yeah, when I'm painting I feel like way more calm and relaxed, whereas like when we're doing Pocket, I feel like I am just constantly like go, like, what damage does this do? What damage do you do? Like, how much damage does this make? Am I gonna win? Who do I have to swap out? Like, there's so many things going on in my brain, like, when we're playing Pocket. And then especially like doing it live, like, I feel like you can't, the worst thing is like sitting there, like, if someone's playing like a card game and you don't know what they're thinking. So like I always try to like be like, right, what are all my thoughts? Make sure we tell everyone everything that's going on in my head. And even then, you guys have seen, sometimes I'm still just like the calculations are even wrong, or like I don't take into account of like the weakness or not. And then like I've been so chuffed with myself sometimes that like, yeah, this is gonna be it, and it's actually like entirely wrong. Why do I feel like that's different? Yeah, yellow. Like, those yellows look pretty different. Porygon, hello, welcome. Say hello to our little Caterpie. We're in the Bugland today. It's Bug's Life. My plan is, it might take me, I always have 3 planned, and I feel like 3 is like very ambitious. That I'm like, actually I probably only get through 1, maybe 2. Squirtle took us like nearly 2 hours on Friday. But like these 2, and I feel like you can see it with Charmander, that I'm like, he only, like, the 2 of them took an hour, and I can probably actually go back and add in a lot more shading and stuff to this guy. So I'm like, right, don't have a time limit. Don't have a time limit, and just do it until you feel happy with it. If that makes sense. The Caterpie is, we might have to put a little pause on the Caterpie once we've like painted up to here and maybe done like the shading and stuff, and go on to the Weedle, because the rest of the tail is going to be on the back, but I want the front to be like pretty dry before I switch it round. or else my hands, I'm gonna get absolutely covered. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Some cool Pokemon art. I just love a bit of art. And what's more fun than that is something I feel like, well, you guys know, because I always end up sounding like a broken record. One of my favorite things about like the cards is the artwork, and I can't remember what yellow I was using. I feel like I can't. So whatever yellow I used for his eye, I feel like is a different yellow I used in here, and I prefer the yellow. If I tried henna tattoo, no, I haven't. I have a friend that I worked with in like, she like at different festivals and stuff. She would have like religious festivals. She would have like her hands like totally henna tattooed, and it always looked so incredible. I'm like, that would be awesome. Is that something you do, something you watch, you're into? I like a wee tattoo. I'm trying to work out what yellow, because is this yellow, or do you, because they're not looking the same. See, that's like bright, and this is maybe a little bit duller, so maybe I just try with this. No, I've watched like some shorts and like reels and videos of like henna tattoos, and the intricate details like the artists do and stuff is insane, and like all the different patterns, and like the patterns are like so layered and detailed. Like, wow, that is a crazy art skill. Then you've got to be really careful with henna, because like you want to make sure like it's a reputable person, or someone like knows, because you get like, you go on holiday sometimes, and like there's those people that are like henna tattoos, and they burn. They're like, really, they're not proper henna. I don't know whatever chemical it is, but like they burn and they scar. Whereas like if actual, maybe in the far future. That's very cool. That's such a nice thing to think about. Like all like henna tattoos, even tattoos, like see like all of those artists and like the artwork, and just having to do it, like your canvas is skin. Like your canvas is moving in its skin, and it's insane, especially like real tattoos. Like that is, I mean, I guess you get good tattoo artists and bad tattoo artists. And sometimes you don't know that, well, you should be able to see from their portfolio. But some people, like, that's why I don't really understand when people, there was this show I used to watch, and it would be like Tattoo Rescue or something, and it's like people that would go in with like the most ridiculous tattoos, and they're like, how did you think this was gonna go? Like, how did you, if you paid like a tenner and thought you were getting the Mona Lisa, How did you think that was going to turn out? Okay, I feel like these paints are doing what they done the other day. And like, we're really watery, and then I have to like give it a shake. And I'm gonna like shake so hard that I'm gonna like shake my whole setup. And you guys will feel like there is an earthquake, but there's no earthquakes because we don't get earthquakes in Scotland. No, we just get minus temperature constantly. It's not even like minus, it's like, say it's like 9 degrees, but like with the wind, it's like feels like -4. A little caterpie is I think when we start adding some shading to them, maybe. I really can't work out the difference between the two yellows and like what one did I use. And I keep changing between the two of them because I'm like, maybe this one looks better. And I kind of feel like it might. It's definitely going on. Like, I would like to say, oh yeah, I'm getting used to using these acrylic paint markers, but to be honest, every time we use them, I'm like, they act differently. Like, I don't know if it's just the way they're stored in the box, or I'm not shaking them hard enough. Sometimes they come out and they're like really watery. And then other times they come out and they're like really pigmented. I don't know what their dealio is. I like them. And they've been holding up alright on the pebbles. I'm not gonna complain about them. I just have to work out where like I actually feel like because the Squirtle took us so many attempts to like get the colours and stuff, the layering and the thickness of the paint is probably the best out of all of them. And I think it's just like, I think it's because we had to go over like the paint so many times. I'm like, okay, well, come on and we'll do some bugs. It'll be easy. The bugs will be easy. They're just little bugs, little caterpies. But this is not what I was expecting. It's also darker than I would like, but that's the lightest green we have, because I think this other green is darker. So maybe I just have to like go over the green a few more times. Right. This is where things start getting messy because I start painting on the bottom side of the pebble and I try to hold it at the same time. Like, did you guys know, like, it's like little, his feet are like little suction cups. Like, they're little suckers. So he can like climb up on things. It's like I'm just gonna suction on. Oh, yeah. See, this is what happens when I try to paint the bottom. That's what I was saying, like we might end up just kind of like waiting for a bit until the caterpie dries and come back to it, because it is very, I do want to like curve it up to the bottom, and that's a shame because I have to fix that now, because it just now has a big thumbprint in the middle of it. I like it because it's like a nice wee set of colours, the caterpie. It does, we'll go in and we'll add like the shading and stuff with the pencils when we are dried a little bit. We might even sketch out the weasel. Yeah, I'm like, how hard do I have to shape? How hard do I have to shape the pens? I'm really like, I'm not gonna lie guys, like I'm actually really looking forward to seeing, like all the pebbles together. See, we're now just, sometimes it's like I end up stabbing, and I don't want to stab it, I want to just push the paint down. Because that's the instructions you get in the beginning of the paints, is give it a shake and then stab it down. Oh, that's cute. Cutest hands and nails. I have like child-size hands. Like my hands are like, honestly, like inconveniently small. Like it sounds ridiculous. And see, there was like a trend going around like on loads of like social medias of like the little small hands, and I'm like, that, please stop laughing at that, because that is me. Like, see, like trying to like hold things or like open things. But my nails, oh, thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's a really, really fun fact of, I feel like my hands are very inconveniently small. Like even when I get gloves, I'm like, I should have probably ordered a child size. But then sometimes I'm like, no, I am old. I should be able to wear adult size clothes, but it's very inconvenient. And I have dropped multiple things in like the shopping centre, like jars of pickles and jars of pasta sauce, and it's like smashed. I also have, I don't know like what it is, like, but some people, I feel like there's more in the world than me, that like, I don't know, your hands always feel like cold and soft or like whatever, and you just eye drop things like all the time. All the time. But tell the ladies, Paragon, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. you guys, I'm so, like, I appreciate, like, I will say this time and time again, and I'll never get bored of saying it because it is genuinely how I feel. Like, I appreciate every single one of you that stop by and have a chat and listen to the half-mad Scottish rambling. Because they're like, you give me, I don't know, I feel like it's a blessing and a curse. Like, you give me a sentence and I will give you a story. Okay, I want to, see, I don't, like, I want to colour in these little suckers, but I'm going to end up just, like, I feel like I need to add a little bit of shading in. Yeah, I'm going to start adding a little bit of shading in to the caterpie and see what we can do here. Okay. Let's work out again where your nose little, oh, we should sharpen. The stories of blessing, I appreciate that 100%. It is. Ah, Tapu, thank you. I love each and every one of you, like, from the bottom of my heart, to think that there are people that want to sit and chat and join in and just hear the craziness. Be like, sometimes you guys must be like, well, also, yes, you guys get to learn some Scottish phrases. And then I spend, like, the rest of my night being like, is that normal? Like, things just come out. Last week, Friday's word of the day was sugar. Oh, shit. Friday's word of the day was sugar. Oh my god, Porygon, do you guys, like, the fact that you just done little pandas are my favourite animal. It's also why, like, it probably makes more sense that Snorlax is my favourite Pokemon, because they say they share the same spirit. Ah, you just made me smile. ALB, you're here for the Russian. Oh. I wish I was really good. I wish I was really good at accents, and I'm the only one I'm good at is the Scottish. Like, I wish I could be able to just be like that there, like throw into like a Russian accent. But now I'm like, and I have like like a Russian friend. I'm like, I can't even like imitate it. How are you, ALB? Like, you get some people that are just, that have that talent that can, like, just like change into accents so quickly. US accents are not boring. Like, American accents are so awesome. And like, there's so many as well. Like, I love an American accent. I love all accents. There's not an accent and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like that. I love hearing how people speak. Sometimes you can't understand what it, but I'm like, how? Like, an American has, it's very similar, like, to the UK. Like, there's so many different accents, but I feel like Americans more like movie. Poke newbie, hello, welcome. Everyone say hi. It'll be the only one you can imitate is proper English, like a proper, like a British, like, oh, like a Queen's English. Newbie, the link should be pinned in the chat for the stream avatars link. I don't think the commands are working in chat, but you can go in through the link and be able to. And we have Gen 1 and Gen 2, so Snorant is, where does Snorant, what number is he? We're currently on number 10 in the Pokédex. That'll be a fun one to paint, is a little Snorant. And I love a Frostlass. I'm not so much, the Galley kind of like terrifies me a little bit. There used to be like one. There used to be one that always like hung outside my house. And I'm like, you just creep me out. I don't know, it's like something about, like, it just looks like it's caged. Deadpool, hello, welcome. Oh, thank you. Little Caterpie. He is getting there. He has evolved over the past hour from something that I did not think was going to resemble a Caterpie. Yes, remember the stream avatars, it should be, let me know, it should be pinned in chat and you can go in and you can select a little bit. Everyone looks so awesome. Like, welcome absolutely everyone. I really, really appreciate you all taking the time to come and hang out. We're just doing some Poke art. I am creating, for anyone that's new, I want to create a Pebble Dex. So I want to create the Pokédex on some pebbles. But we're now at the point, I'm doing a bit of a Bug's Life theme today. We're doing some bugs. Yeah, the shading always, it just like stops it from being like this like mush of the same color. But I feel like this little Caterpie is probably gonna take us like two hours. And I thought I had maybe. I was really wanting to do my Venonat. I'm like, oh, when I was going through ones, I'm like, water. See, I would say water. But if you wanted a true Scottish, like true West Coast of Scotland, it'd be water. There'd be no tea. The water. Get me some water. But I was made to pronounce my T's growing up. Or else I was threatened with elocution lessons. It was like, oh, the words. Water. What? 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 Oh, guys, you make me so self-conscious. No, I can just give me any word you want to hear pronounced in a Scottish accent. Just send them over. I'm gonna keep saying water now. Okay, what? Where does the L come from? Water. What? Well, because it sounds like Walter. What? Like the name. Water. Oh. LB, I'm so glad you just have initials as a name. Makes it easier. Walrus. Walrus. A walrus in the water. She sells on the seashore. Little walrus. I want to add some white. Give the little stinky antennas. Like, did you guys know that? Like, these antennas are a little humming, and they have a foul stench. Aladino. Aladino. That's a cool name. If a squirrel were to take your bottle of water, what's the proper Scottish? What's the proper Scottish? What, the squirrel or the water? The squirrel takes my bottle of water. Squirrel. 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 I think that's another. You would like say like squirrel. 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 Now I don't know how you say the word squirrel anymore. And then sometimes. If maybe I'm kind of confused. Squirrel. Squirrel. So it would, the words, I will say the word squirrel like multiple different ways depending on how naturally I say it in a sentence. Like if I'm reading and I'm thinking like squirrel, I'll say squirrel. But if I'm like flicking my pen. But if I was like to say it quickly, I'd probably say squirrel. I'd probably start rolling the squirrel R's. It's like space ghettos. Sounds like, if you say space ghettos in like an American accent, it sounds like space girls. Carl. Poem. Okay, I need to like not think of like how, like I need to say them in like a sentence, like, hi, my friend's name's Carl. I like to read poems. Burglar alarm. Carl reads poems and sets off my burglar alarm. Irish wristwatch. That's a to say that fast. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. You can't say that fast. I can't say that fast. Irish wristwatch. That's a hard one to say fast. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. It turns, the wrist turns to rish when you try to say that in a sentence. Irish wristwatch. And then the extra W, there's like a stop because it doesn't. That's hard. That's a hard one. That's been the hardest one out of all of them. Irish wristwatch. I love you guys are just like curly whirly. That's a sweetie, a curly whirly. Don't they still make curly whirlies? And then a whirly, like a whirly. I don't know, in America, would you call like a clothes like like the thing you put your clothes on, like it's like shaped like it's called like a whirligig. Like your clothesline, but it's not a line, it's like the one that's like on a stick with like shaped like a spider web. It's called a whirligig. I don't know, is that a all around the world terminology for that thing? Do you get that? All around the world. A whirligig. Man, a curly whirly, that was always great. What, you had no idea what a curly whirly was? It was a sweetie, and it was like a really interesting sweet because it was like chocolate on the outside, but like chewy caramel on the inside, and it was like shaped. It was like almost shaped like branches, like, and it had like holes in it. It was very interesting. But Google a curly whirly. Wonder if they still make them. Definitely something from back in my childhood. Not a coat rack. Like if you were hanging your washing up outside, like would you just call that like a clothesline? Like we have a thing that you can buy, and it looks like it's like on a pole, and it has like clothesline like strings, but it's like almost shaped like a spider web, and I would call that a whirligig because it like whirls. Oh, I'm full of culture. Can educate yous all on the common Scottish life. You're like, oh, I've had my lesson for today. Okay, throw some more at me. Throw more things at the Dr. Google. Because like I don't realize like these things are like either like predominantly Scottish or British, like English. Well, I would say like British, like UK people. I'm not English. But like the kind of the overall culture is very similar. They like to drink a lot. That's probably the most stereotypical thing for like a Scottish person is to like to drink. I feel like this is the weather. It's not like it's just what you do. Like the weather's not great, so people go to the pub. Smorch. I don't know what that is. Smorch. Smorch. Or like s'morish. Like s'morish, like as in like you're describing something like, oh, like that's like s'morish, like that's like nice to eat kind of thing. Our little caterpie is starting to take a bit of shape. I have to do these little like suckers. I'm like, if I do them without at least having a kind of idea of where they were going. Oh, I would have never have put that as a common Scottish word meaning kiss. I would have never s'morish. No, I would have said like if something's s'morish, like you want to keep eating it. But then that could also be a different spelling. Oh, like every town has its own term for like kissing. Hello, welcome. Thank you very much. I'm working on a little Pebble decks, doing some Pokemon artwork, trying to create everything on Pebbles. How are you? Thank you very much for stopping by the stream. Honorary. People are very interested in the Scottish accent and words that I apparently say completely differently. Honorary. Parallelogram. The honorary one, I feel like this is why I probably struggle with so many Pokemon names, because like that I feel like I add in extra letters and it just sounds completely Baltic. Baltic is like a word that I would say like that's like the general weather in Scotland is it's always Baltic. Steaming, greeting like so like do you know like the meanings of those like in Scottish? Like if you were steaming, like if you're steaming you would be like absolutely drunk. Or like if you were greeting you would be like crying. Like that's not like someone's greeting, that means that you were crying. Oh, I'm excited to do the Snorlax, but I was saying on the last stream that we have to like go extra large for like the Snorlax and give it like some crazy kind of like special illustration background and go all out, because the Snorlax is my spirit animal. Okay, I have to add in these little suction feet. Like, what would, if you guys could like just like suction up like the side of a building, like where would you go? Is this the yellow that I used previously? It kinda looks like it is. I just have to remember where his feet are. Is this the yellow that we used? Maybe. Right, I'm glad that things are kind of drying down that bottom area so that I can actually hold it up. Because that was where we were gonna kind of stop and go on to sketch the Weedle. It is a bug's life tonight. Or do I want to, maybe I want to do the Venonat. Because the Venonat, the Weedle is very similar shape to this. And the Caterpie has, I would say the Caterpie has been more challenging than our Bulbasaur and our Squirtle and our Charmander. I don't know why, like I think it's because there's all like the little different shapes. And I think maybe the size of the pebbles, because we're now down onto like the smaller pebbles, which I thought would be perfect for the bugs. So there was like a little bit of size difference between like the other ones. But maybe beat tag. Ah, that is, well, if you've been sticking around long enough, you get that's like my inner, I feel like that's my crone name. I love my witch in the woods. That's what, if I could be anything, I would be the witch in the woods. So her name would be Beat Tag. Or Beat Tag. That's cool, I didn't know that. You want the Mew? The Mew will come. The Mew will be an exciting one. That will be very exciting. Also, the one that I was kind of, it keeps drawing me to it, and I'm trying to decide, do I stick to try and get all of Gen 1 done before I move over to like the other ones, but I really want to do a Jirachi. Really, I need a new pack of Pebbles. And I think that's the one I want to do. Make a wee wish. A wish once every 1,000 years. But I will keep that in mind, ALB. We will, for the Mew. And I think someone last time as well wanted a Ghastly. I think we'll throw up some community polls and see, like, you guys can decide. Because I'm taking, I don't know, like, you guys tell me, like, how are you finding it at the minute? I'm a little bit fed up isn't the right word, because that's kind of harsher. I just feel like I want to take a break from like TCG Pocket. I feel like there's nothing new. There's nothing different. It's just the same events. Get 45 wins, get consecutive wins. Here's some events that you can get some promo cards. So I'm just taking a little bit of a break from TCG Pocket at the minute. So I'm really into my painting. I love to paint. And the fact that I can do it and have a laugh, like that's literally what I want to do here with you guys, is just have a laugh. And I feel like we do that. I have no idea what my ring size is. Like, I genuinely, like, no idea. I've got about 300 before I get to Jirachi. I know, that's why I'm like, maybe I don't try and do everything in kind of gen order and just be like, this is what I want to do today. Because, yeah, I'm gonna need like 1,000 in what, like 25 rocks. It's gonna be a lot. We're gonna have a lot of pebbles. The whole desk is gonna be covered in pebbles. Yeah, I think I was just like overplaying it. And I was like trying to, like, when a new event came out, I was trying to do it. And then, like, I like it. I like the idea. Like, I love a card game. I don't know. I'll get back into it and we'll do some other streams of it. But right now, I'm liking the relaxing of it. Of the painting. He has like little circles. It's gonna take a while to get to the Tapu Koko. No, like, that's what I mean. I'm just doing Gen 1 to kind of smooth, like, ease into the idea of the Pokédex. And I feel like that's what, I don't know. These would be the ones that I would catch first. I'd get my option with the starters. I feel like this is actually what my Pokemon journey would be. Do you want a wee story time? Okay, come along. We get a little choice between our Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. And I would pick, it's funny because I would literally pick the one that I want to do more work on. So then I would have my little Charmander, Fire Dragon, as my starter. And then I would go out on a little adventure. And the first thing that I would catch would probably be a Caterpie. Yeah, I was thinking if we could have like I'm eventually gonna do up this room so that I can actually have like a room with, rather than a screen, like have like a background and have some of my cards and stuff on display and some boxes. I'm like, I can set up some shelves. They're gonna have to be sturdy though. They're all gonna be full of rocks. So yes, so then our little Caterpie, that would be my story. I'd be like, right, we've got our little fire dragon, let's go catch some bugs. I like bugs. I do not understand people that don't like bugs. Like, one of my friends is so terrified of spiders. Like literally, like, will message to be like, there's a spider, what do I do? I'm like, just put it outside. Like, I was the kid that like would run around like my grand's house looking to pick up spiders to like go and take and show, here's my little spider. Yeah. It probably makes it'll make so much more sense, guys. The more you get to know me, and everyone that's been here for like the past few months are like, yeah, this, I'm not surprised she likes the bugs. The one thing that I don't like about the bugs is the slugs eat my plants. And then I feel bad putting down like pesticides and stuff, because I'm like, oh, no. But you eat my plants. Like, I did these really nice like bright yellow daisies last year. I don't know if they're going to survive this year. I'm waiting to see if, when spring comes, if they're going to grow back. Man, I grew up loving Steve Irwin. See, when he died, that was like the most heartbreaking moment. Like, I remember being a kid and being like, what? He's dead. Like, in the fact, like, he gets stung by like a stingray. Like, it was just insane. But it's really cool, like, his kids and stuff have like continued that legacy. Yeah, that was I'm like, Chips the zoo, where's the snakes? Let me hold it. But what, right? Why are they intense? Like, is it because they're fast, or because they have like? Well, I suppose it depends what country you're in. Probably, I'd be saying a different thing if I was in like Australia and you'd had ones that could actually kill me. I don't think there's any in Scotland that can kill. Like, I like to know, like, what's the trigger of that, like. Creepy factor. Then did you guys like like watch like Harry Potter and like the massive spider and not think like, oh, that's kind of cute, like I could eventually be friends with that? Also, I don't know if it's true or not, but I got told like when I was a kid that it's a good sign to see a spider in your house because it means your house is dry. Your house isn't damp. I don't know if that's like, if that is accurate, if that is just a complete urban legend. But I remember like, I feel like it was my gran was like, you don't like, having a spider in the house isn't a bad thing because it means your house is dry. You reach for your can of Raid. No, the only thing I'll do that is wasps. They kind of terrify me. I love like a bee. Even then, I would try to put it outside first. I found this, it was like a can of Raid, but it was like a eucalyptus can. And I'm like, oh, because sometimes like that's, like I'm gassing myself. Oh, okay, like a bunch of spiders hatched in your room. Okay, that's kind of like, that's... Surgery, I'll give you a spider pass on that one, okay? Because I feel like that would traumatize anyone. Wingsbound, hello! Tapu Koko, thank you so much for stopping by, and see you on the next stream. See you on Friday if you can stop by. Wingsbound, hello, aloha! I feel like we're only getting the Caterpie done today. I feel like sometimes, guys, I get very distracted. I get very distracted with chat. I'm like, oh, I'll just chat, and I'll forget what I would do. And I would do that so often when we were playing Pocket that I would like forget to like use my energy or take this turn. And I'm like, oh, I thought I was getting the Caterpie done in an hour. Can you rush these things? Cannot rush it. That means we're just gonna need like 1,000 odd hours to get this Pokédex done. Disney, that is so cool. That is so cool that you sell like critters to school. However, do you like sell things that are like for schools to keep as like pets? So like pet tarantulas, like what do they do with them? Like don't tell me like they're gonna like start like it's like stuff you sell them to like dissect. My school never ever had things like live animals. Too. Someone would like steal it like within 5 minutes. That is very cool. Little caterpie. I've not finished his tail. I'm also not sold 100% on how this yellow is like soaking in. Okay, but then I just done that, which means I can't really turn it over. Can't really turn it over to paint on the other side. That's, yeah, like I'm so amazed by like that, like the lifespan like of things that like caterpillars that like cocoon and turn into butterflies, and like the tarantulas like molt and like get bigger like after each time they shed. But that is I will remind, that is a good reminder, so I will get the link for next Friday. It's like art space or something. I think it's all under like my old gamer tags. But I will come back on Friday and I will have that link for you. None of it, there is no Pokemon related stuff on it at the minute, which is actually a very good shout that I should get these, could get these photographed. It's a lot of like all of it is digital work at the minute. But that means I should get all of this stuff photographed and upload it. Oh, I suppose that's like a good not recycle, like, so it's not going to waste, it's actually going to a good cause and like an educational purpose. I cannot imagine having to dissect a pig. A little caterpie. Where are you? Can I turn you over? If I do this. Everything. Okay. Ah, nice, I appreciate that. Some of it is just like random doodles and sketches, and I want to get back into, you know that when you're like, I find you kind of fall out of love with like a passion. Like I always drew like growing up and stuff, and then for years I stopped, and it's probably like in the past few years actually getting back into it and getting back into, like, I love doing it. I love what it does to my brain. You guys, it might not sound like it, but it actually, like, calms and silences. Like, I have the chatter right now is the chatter from you guys, and that's what's, like, driving the conversation. But, like, my overall, like, inner dialogues are, like, calm. They're quiet. There's not 5 of them arguing with each other. Like, I would give a enormous amount of money to be one of these people that can experience life with no inner monologue. Like, I would pay. I would just be like, what, give me whatever that feels like. Like, it almost, like, it sounds too good to be real, in my opinion. I'm like, how can you have nothing? There's, like, nothing going on there. This little bit, this is, you guys see, sometimes I get a little distracted. I'm like, am I even showing this to camera? Okay, we are just bringing his little body around and down. I'm actually turning out. See, this is how it always goes. At the beginning, I'm like, oh no, I don't like it. I don't like what's happening here. And then at the end, I'm like, oh, I quite like this wee guy. You have a place in my heart. But I also, like, I take far too long. Someone said your face looks like a Picasso painting. What painting? Like, I just love it. Like I love, like, see, like, if you go and not, I should do it more often, and I don't, and I couldn't even tell you the last time I did. Like, if you go and you look at paintings, like, go to a gallery or something, or just see, like, a painting somewhere, and you're like, this is, someone's captured either a moment, or, like, that's just been created, like, it's just, like, a moment of creation from someone's brain that, like, they'll never create that again, and they'll never experience what they were feeling that moment when they made it. The one that you I know that one. I do know that one. The green, I feel like he's got a little bit more green. Okay, we're now just like doing the back bit. You guys are funny. It's cool, like, it's really cool, like, you guys are, like, stopping by and just watching some art. Like this is like a dream come true. Like it's cheesy. It's actually like as cheesy as it sounds. I feel like it is. It's like this is like, you know that way, like some people don't want to share like what they like, the thing they secretly love to do, like the thing that like they're like, oh, I like to draw, but I'm never gonna like put it out there for anyone to see. So I'm like, if I want to draw, and if I can draw something that other people might even just enjoy for like 5 minutes. Oh man, I loved Bob Ross. Like I would watch that. I would come home from school and like watch it just non-stop. I was never like, I'm too messy, so that kind of like painting, like proper like canvas paints and stuff, I've never had. Like I've never worked on like a canvas. Never had like acrylic paints. I done a lot of like when I was like chalk and oil pastel. It wasn't that kind of stuff you do in secret I was talking about. I was meaning like, you know, like everyone's got their little like hobby. Like you play guitar, or like I don't know, like maybe not. Maybe I'm just waffling here. But that's funny. You'd probably get a good amount of money on some site for that. Like I'm sure someone would pay you dollars. Okay, this little guy has beer. We're nearly there with our little caterpie. Nice one. Okay, it has taken us a very long time. Like I come in with all of these, like I plan to do 3. Only noses. Oh my god, I feel like that's like a multi-million dollar brand right there. You just see the nose. Okay, the fact that when it goes round to the side, I find it so difficult to stay on a straight line. Okay, right, and you're coming up behind. Oh, yeah, like it just like it slides. I'm like, why does it do that? Is it the paint or is it just me being... Does this little tail have a circle? It does. It has a tiny, golly, it has a tiny little circle. Can I do this? Can I add a tiny little yellow circle? Ah! It's good enough. Wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. I have to let that dry. Okay, there's a little bit of shading on his tail. Basketball, workout, guitar, you've got all the hobbies. Yeah, like, that's what I mean, like, people, like, loads of people would love the guitar and appreciate it, and loads of people out there would be too, like, not willing to, like, put themselves out there. I think that's the thing. Like, I think you've just got to be like, oh, do you know what? I'm just gonna put myself out there. You get it. I mean, why not? I mean, don't take any business advice from me. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing and wing it half the time. But, like, everyone has things that other people would enjoy. At Disney, you're into, like, golf, tennis, piano. Well, we've got a bunch of talented people here. Very talented. Can start a band. I'll play the tambourine. I used to play clarinet when I was in high school, and then I stopped. I used to be in band, but not for only for like a few years, and then I didn't want to do it anymore. Oh, if you find out if anyone is selling time, I will order maybe like 20 years. Like, sign me up for that waiting list. I don't know, like, sometimes I feel like I just, like, I blink and it's like an hour later and I'm like, what have I done? Please, when I come on here and I paint, I'm like, okay, there's actual evidence for the past 2 hours of, like, what I have done. I'm like, I have achieved drawing a caterpie. Ooh. I like to read. I like to read books. And I like bugs and I like my garden. And I want to be a witch in the woods. I am an odd human being. It's okay. I am fully trying to embrace it and trying not to be anything that I am not. But look at her little. I am Run Disney. I am trying. I think I've got like, well, there was like 100, I think 160. Oh, if I had 1 extra hour every day, no, I need like an extra day, like an extra like maybe like 20 days per year. Because I feel like if I had an extra hour every day, I would still choose to be like, can I sleep this? Can I use this to sleep? Yeah, I'm planning. Oh, that is. I was going on to check what the tasks were. Oh, and the tour pass, the tour pass is up and live. I've not had a look at this. I'm not gonna buy, like, I won't buy deluxe. I will just go basic. Have to win some raids. Yeah, so I've got like 12 from Unova so far. I was hoping if it's maybe dry to go out and try and catch some do a Pokemon Go filming around catching Unova Pokemon. That is on. I'm not gonna lie guys, I've been kind of struggling with like my Pokemon Go videos. I love them and I love the exploring factor, but I'm kind of like getting a hook into it to be like, right, what is entertaining for you guys that isn't just like, here, stop, let me catch this. And what I did do and what I'm gonna do a review on, because I quite like it and it is gonna solve all of my cold hand problems, is I got a Pokemon Go Plus. I used to have one, like I used to have back in the day, like when they first came out, the little tiny one, and now this is a lot bigger than the one it was. When do I think the next gen? You know, ALB, I was thinking about that not that long ago, maybe like last month or so. I was having a conversation that I'm like, when is the next gen coming out? Because I'm like, what things that don't evolve just yet will probably evolve into something eventually, but I think we're maybe next year or the year after, because next year will be their 30th years. Surgery, that's true. We're all little odds. We all got our quirks. Yeah, you're not weird, you're not normal. We all have quirks. And those quirks should be embraced. I love it. I love we're all on the same page. We're like, it's cool, it's fine. We all know. Everyone's just a little weird. But it's all good. We're all in it together. And it wouldn't be fun if we were all just plain. No variety. I'm like justifying to myself, like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I think Mr. Caterpie is... I'm like my hands are getting sweaty. I'm like, I'll start sticking to the paint. Okay, Mr. Caterpie, I think you... No, I'm not sold yet. I'm not sold. I have to do something. This. I need to give these little antennae a bit more. I just need to darken it down a little bit. I was thinking the exact same. I'm like, why spend money on therapy when you can just come in here and just tell the world, like, it's fine to be weird. Save a fortune. He's like, it's fine. I got my support group. Mondays and Fridays, Tuesdays and Fridays. God, I don't even know the days I go live. Tuesdays and Fridays. We're each other's little bizarre support group. With the common theme of Pokemon. Oh no. Why did I do that? I had a little bit of orange up in the green and I just tried to paint over it, and it's a lot brighter. It's almost like the green. God, this has happened again, guys. This is the color I kind of wanted in the beginning. It's like happened when I've painted everything. Oh no. Nothing. I plead insanity if anyone takes any advice from me. We can't stay basic forever, we all have to evolve eventually, unless you're like Pikachu, then you're already OP. Yeah. We all can't be Pikachu though. And now my Caterpie has a different colour head from the rest of them. I really hope that's gonna dry in. Okay, I think that is our little Caterpie has been registered to the Pokédex. Like, sweet tail comes round the back and everything. I think we're done with our Caterpie. We'll add him in with these friends. See, this is where I'm gonna start running out. Imagine if I've got like 1,000 of these and I'm like, here's all my pebbles. Yeah, probably insanity. But here's all my pebbles, guys. My little Caterpie has been added. Little Caterpie. I didn't have time for the Weedle or the Venonat, so those will be for another bug day. Okay, I have to tell myself that if I am really distracted and we chat a lot, that it takes me 2 hours to paint the Pebble. Hello! Do they evolve? They will, whenever I get some bigger pebbles. Like, I'm already terrified by how complicated the Caterpie was. That, see, when I look at the idea of doing like a Charizard or like a Blastoise or something. Ack, welcome. You're kind of joining in just as I'm about to wrap up, but you can see all of my paintings. The Pebble Pokédex. It is indeed. That is the goal. We are on our way. We are four Pokemon registered to the Pebble Pokédex. And Pokenewbie, they rock. How many Pebble puns rock puns can we get for next stream? That's the goal. No, I appreciate it, Ack. Thank you very much for stopping by. It means everything. And on that note, thank you very much, guys. I say this again, for stopping by and chilling and chatting and watching me create the Pebble Pokédex, and hopefully I will catch some of you on Friday, and maybe at that time I will be able to say Irish wristwatch. Right. Everyone, stay shiny, and I'll see you